Hello, Renee Flamont here. You guys, I keep holding out making this video while I'm sitting here. I've been sitting here a half hour because I just don't eat. I've gone through three, I don't even know the title that this is going to be. I've gone through three titles. When you see so many signs of a narcissist and they do not, what if you're not sure they're a narcissist? And when every sign is there, but you hold out hope they're not a narcissist. This is very dangerous territory, but it's understandable, and we all do it. The thing here to remember is that regardless of their diagnosis, it's vital we look at how they treat us. And I understand the why behind wanting them not to have narcissistic personality disorder specifically, because then that would mean they have the possibility of changing, right? Once I started looking up all these videos, you guys know that's how I came to do this channel. For new people that don't know, I talk about that way in the beginning. I watched over 1,000 of these videos, and I was looking for one that said somebody with this disorder can change. I made a lot of videos on why they won't, can't, don't want to, don't think they have to. But the bottom line is, I couldn't find one. So then I started to think, well, maybe he doesn't have this disorder then. Because you think, well, if people with this, because you're holding out hope they can change. Because they don't, as we've all learned, it is false hope when you're sitting there in the land of, well, what if mine is not a narcissist? Number one, it's false hope. But number two, whether they're a narcissist or not doesn't matter. It's how they treat you. And that's going to be our next video. I'm going to get more into that leg of it. They could be way toxic for you, whether they are or not the official diagnosis. I'm going to refer throughout this video, and I really think it's going to take 2 videos, to a recent comment I got, which encapsulates nearly every aspect of what they do. You'll notice she mentions she's not sure if they're a narcissist in the way that we discuss on this channel, which is partly, why I wanted to make this. It doesn't matter if they are or not, truthfully. It's about what they're like. And we're going to discuss this as we go. And I really do think it's going to be 2 parts. Can you see this? This is how long it is. And I so appreciate this comment. I love all your comments. I read all of them. And you'd be surprised how many I screenshot. And I never go back and make videos on the comments. But I should. Because you guys are brilliantly offering information to others, and I should share them more. This comment is chock full of infractions against our fellow audience member, bless her heart, Jahira. And this is comment on video 518. The withdrawal from a narcissist can be brutal. I entitled that video. And bless Jahira, she's one of us. She's in our audience, and she comments the following. We're going to take our time and go through this. I am sitting here at 1 a.m. listening to your video. She knows that I'm doing this. I told her in my comment to her, by the way. So she didn't say not to. But it's public. It's under the video. You can follow along and go look it up. My heart is aching, although it shouldn't. I know that what I've experienced with my boyfriend is not normal. He puts me down, devalue. Already, 1 line in, he puts me down. So he's devaluing her. We talked a lot about any of these topics. If you're new, this is like the Mrs. Beasley of narcissistic personality disorder. Those young people who don't know who Mrs. Beasley is, she was a doll back when I was little. She taught you to button, snap, zipper. You know what I mean? This is the Mrs. Beasley. That's what I call my narcissist. He was the Mrs. Beasley of narcissists. I can't diagnose him. I don't know him, but just listen. So he devalues her. He puts me down. Judges me. He thinks he's grander than she is. Judges me. They think they're everything. They have everything to say to you. Judges me. Withholds affection. Silent treatment, cold treatment, devalue. Gets very angry for the smallest thing. At times speaks to me like a child. Right? Every conversation feels like I am being criticized or attacked. Although I am experiencing these things, I still question if he is a narcissist. This comment made me, it took me like a day and a half to even respond to our sweet Jahira, because I just sat there like this. And I'm not saying whether or not she knew I was in that place. We don't really know. Who knows? We're not doctors, right? We're not Dr. Ramani. God, she's so good. You know, we can't. My major was business economics. I don't really have a place in diagnosing someone. But if they list every single bad thing that I've learned from over 1,000 videos, including Dr. Ramani is the example I just used, then by all means, okay? So, but the fact that she's not sure he's still a narcissist, I still question if he is a narcissist, tells me you're holding out hope that he's not so you can think he's going to change. Well, all of just the things she just listed are bad enough. Doesn't matter if he has any of the other phases. Doesn't matter if he's a narcissist. Doesn't matter if he ends up smearing her. Just wait. But I mean, we take all that, and I say we, Jahira, we are in it with you. We take all of that and the rest of this and more, whatever your list and story and long comment would be if you were to outline your relationship. We take it all, and yet we hope for change. We hope they're gonna change. Even if we don't know narcissistic personality disorder at all, before we get there, before I knew, all you're hoping is, well, why can't you be like you were in the beginning? Just wait. So she says, I still question if he is a narcissist. Mine seemed calm, funny, affectionate, quick with his jokes, even a bit shy, charming, smart, knowledgeable, nice, etc. I thought that was the real him. We talk about this so much. When his mask was on, when he was in the love bombing, when she didn't know the real him yet, when the mask hadn't fallen off yet, and had all the devalue she so eloquently already listed for us. This is a brilliant comment of education. She was pouring her heart out, and I thank you guys so much when you do that, because you wouldn't, but no, I read every single comment. Some of them, maybe they don't get to me. I've heard that happen, like somebody might email, and I comment, and it's not in there. I don't know the algorithms of Google, but you see, I read and comment to everyone. This was so concise to me of a description of love bombing. I thought that was the real him. And I call, you guys know, I call that guy the 5% guy. Not only is it not the real him, it's only, I give it 5% of who they are. 95% is the already having explained the bad that he's doing to her. That's the 95% of them. It's like she wrote over 500 videos in one quote. I'm not even done. How could I have known? And Jahira, we all felt exactly this. How could I have known he was going to turn out so horrible to me? It all happened so slowly. So for Jahira, it was a slow burn. We've seen the 180 flip, and we've seen a slow burn. I've been with him 4 years, just holding on, looking for how he treated me in the beginning. We talk about that all the time. The hamster wheel that we are on, waiting. We want to see that guy. We want that moment again. We want how they were in love bombing and all the things she listed in her love bombing. Calm, funny, affectionate, quick with his jokes, even a bit shy, charming, smart, knowledgeable, nice, etc. So I'm holding on, looking for how he treated me in the beginning. We all do that. It's what keeps us there. That's what keeps us there with these people. The love bombing is hard too. They're good at it, some of them. And they use it interwoven, don't they? Because if there's a down moment enough and they feel they're losing you, they'll love bomb you a second, get you back in. But you're holding out to feel the way that you did in the beginning. The problem is, the way that you felt in the beginning wasn't just about how they treated you, even though that was a fake person. That's bad, sure, so the treatment doesn't even matter. But it wasn't even about how they were treating you, which was fake good. It's about you felt, the reason we love that stage, we felt safe, secure, euphoric, that he loved us, that we meant something. Because of the treatment they gave us, we felt those things. Treatment was fine. Now we know it's fake. Well, they didn't feel those things either. And the fact that we felt safe, secure, we want that again. You'll never get it once you don't trust them. You don't trust them. Their mask fell off. So they could start tomorrow treating you all the same exact ways that they did in love bombing. And I am here to say, and I think I can speak the truth for everybody, even though this doesn't even happen. I don't think that we would feel that way ever again. You could hang out as long as you want, and they can start to treat you that way again. But we will never feel the security again once the rug is pulled out. So we hang out waiting, running on that hamster wheel, doing everything to make them happy, doing everything in our power to make them happy. And they use that. They use that against us is what they do. It all happened so slowly. Okay, 4 years holding on, look at how he treated me in the beginning. The worst part is that I see him be that person with our friends, with family and coworkers. And I seem to be the only one that gets treated like I am not worthy. He picked her. We've seen that, right? Your narcissist is grandiose, magnanimous with everybody else except you. Everyone loves them. They don't believe you. They can't believe you have a problem with this person, this fabulous, wonderful, smart person. That's what Jahira is experiencing with this person. He has withdrawn for a while now, but lately even more. He doesn't care to respond to messages. His replies are short and just careless. Silent treatment, making her wait, not responding. I had a hunch that he was communicating with someone else, but recently I've had this feeling that he manipulated a so-called friend of ours to turn her back on me and start secretly talking to him. I have no proof. I only have a gut feeling. So I've been being ignored even more. She just explained smearing. She just explained flying monkeys. She explained it all in that 2 sentences. Yes, he is talking about some. That's what they do, right? We all talk about that. They talk behind your back. They take someone off your team. Now they're on their team. And poor Jahira's like, this doesn't even make any sense to me because she's a good soul and can't believe people would behave this way. But people do behave this way with that disorder. It's as if I lost him even more. Then yesterday he threw a wrench at me out of the blue, saying that he's thinking of moving to Connecticut, knowing that I have a lease in New York. There was no talk with me about this plan. There was no care for my feelings. There was just what he needed to do for himself. As I expressed that I was left out, he proceeded to tell me that he needs to make moves. Then proceeded to ask me what was my plan. He threw a wrench at her. Abuse. Oh my God. I just sat there stunned, thinking, how could he make a decision like this and not include me? That's what Jahira's mind, not the wrench. That just hit me now. That's where her mind goes, not the wrench. But how could he make a decision? That's the hurtful part, isn't it? They don't consider us. They make moves of their own that are good for them. And the fact that he didn't consult her isn't a surprise to me. I'm sure it's not to you either. Let's all get behind Miss Jahira. I just sat there stunned. I feel so alone and lost. That breaks my heart, Jahira. You are not alone. We're here. You are not lost. You are found. You know. You just got to get your strength. This man has nothing to do with your strength at all. Look at me. I'm going to cry. You are not alone and you are not lost. On top of that, when he asked me for my plans, he expressed that in his opinion, I have no plans. Judgment upon her? He just kept putting me down for not thinking like him. So why am I so sad to lose this person? I don't know. I'm feeling like he abandoned me and doesn't care. Lately, as I mentioned, he has withdrawn even more, like I am nobody to him. I feel knots in my stomach thinking of my friend choosing to talk with him behind my back and a lot of pain. It's like he is there but gone at the same time. What did I do that was so horrible that he withdrew from me? You didn't do anything. None of you ever did anything. None of you. You didn't do anything. My heart longs for the affection and attention he used to give me. Where did he go? The hamster wheel. Longs for that's the end of it. We did do it in one video. Longs for the affection and attention he used to give me. And the question, what did I do? I've made videos on that. We didn't do anything. And furthermore, there's nothing more you could have done, Jahira. This behavior is their disorder, their problem, their issue. It has zero to do with us. Put us in a cocoon and they're outside, they're knocking, trying to get in and they can't. Their disorder is their problem. You're so isolated from their disorder, I cannot explain it enough. I don't want you to feel alone. I don't want you to feel like what happened. It has nothing to do with you, Jahira. They go through this in life. I'm sure if you look, their life has had this pattern. They'll do it again, they'll do it again, and they'll do it again. And we all know where they are when they're not around us and not returning calls and not, Now, Jahira is probably going to experience a little bit of a Hoover at some point, isn't she? Jahira, we are here for you. And I want you to look up videos related to the different topics I mentioned you brought up. And there's more. I wanted to get it in one video, though. So I could say 8 more hours on this text alone. And I love that we're all here for each other. Okay, Min, thank you for your little butt. And I want us to be there for her. And I want us to look at that. As far as whether they're a narcissist or not, that's going to be our very next video. Because I want to get more into that. Because it really doesn't matter. It's about how they treat you. You guys, I'll see you next time.